There were 882 locally acquired cases of COVID-19 reported in the 24 hours till 8 p.m. last night, and there were also 3 overseas cases reported. Pleasingly, we had almost 120,000 people come forward for testing, which again is a really good number. And again, thank you to people for coming forward for testing. And just a reminder that we really want people to come forward for testing if that's a requirement for you and if you have symptoms, and to do so as early as possible. It's really important that those people that we really want to get tested are the ones coming forward for testing. So thank you everybody for your continued efforts in doing that. There are currently 767 COVID cases admitted to hospital, with 117 people in intensive care, and 47 of those people are requiring ventilation. Of the 117 people in ICU, the majority are not vaccinated, and that's 103 people not vaccinated. So again, a reminder to everybody about how important vaccination is in helping to prevent transmission, as well as in preventing severe effects of COVID, including ICU admission. Sadly, New South Wales Health has been notified of the deaths of 2 people who had COVID-19. As announced yesterday, there is a man in his 60s from Sydney's Nepean Blue Mountains district who sadly passed away at Nepean Hospital after he acquired his infection there earlier this month. And that gentleman was the 3rd death linked to the outbreak at the hospital. He had received 1 dose of a COVID vaccine, and also unfortunately had some serious underlying conditions. The second person who sadly passed away was a man in his 90s from Western Sydney, who died at Concord Hospital after he acquired his infection from Canterbury Hospital, and he's the 5th death linked to the outbreak at the Canterbury Hospital. He had received 1 dose of a COVID vaccine and also had some underlying conditions. And on behalf of New South Wales Health, my deepest sympathies to the families of those 2 gentlemen who have sadly passed away. As the Premier said, we continue to see a majority of cases emerging from the western and southwestern part of Sydney. And in particular, I'd like to ask the residents of the following suburbs to again pay extra vigilance to following the public health orders, to coming forward for testing, and to get vaccinated as soon as you can. And they are people who live in Marylands, in Guildford, in Auburn, Greenacre, Punchbowl, and also Condell Park. And finally, I'd like to call out to some of our regional areas where we have had sewage detected in recent days and where we are not currently aware of any cases. And they are people in Tamworth, Merimbula, Picton, and also Nyngan. So thank you very much.